Whoops.
Yeah, before Take-Two Interactive come and shut down the party, eh?
I'll let them. Whatever. Fucking whatever. Hello. Welcome to episode 274 of the Super Weapon Podcast, the most overpowered podcast on the internet. It's your boy, Dash Artist, and as always, I got my co-host DC here with me today.
Where's the camera? Where's the camera? I got to get that. I'm trying to get that shine right in the camera. Get all that dome.
Head is looking
Mm,
immaculate,
mm.
brother. Very.
Yeah, we ain't LL Cool J around here. We don't hide the dome. We let that shit roam.
Oh my goodness, man.
We let the dome roam, baby. We let the dome roam around here, baby. But look, it's going to be another episode that's going to be kind of long. So I'm going to skip the pleasantries today. If my main man Darius don't mind, I would like to just jump right into it, man, because we got a lot to talk about today.
Yeah, that's fine, man. Happy Saturday. Welcome to episode 274 once again, man. If you guys are listening to the audio version of the podcast, we do record every Saturday at twitch.tv/DariusTheArtist at 11 a.m. Eastern. So if you have some time to stop by, please do, because we have some fun here, man. Unfortunately, today will not be another fun episode in terms of the content of it. As we continue to roll through the summer months, it's just more bad news on top of more bad news in the industry, which unfortunately seems to become a theme after big showcases. I noticed that, companies like to do this after they get everybody excited about new games, but then we start to run into a string of bad news. It seems like it's been that way over the last couple of years anyway. But the first thing we're going to talk about today, guys, is the Steam machine. So we finally have gotten actual pricing as of June 22nd. And the Steam machine drops on the 30th. So they announced pricing and then they opened up pre-orders. We'll talk about that too. But the main thing I did want to talk about is the actual price of the different models of the Steam machines. And it is a lot more than what people were thinking. It's a lot more than what I was thinking, to be honest. As we continue to roll through the, I know DC doesn't like this term, but the Ramageddon, as hardware
It's okay.
prices continue to skyrocket, and I respect Valve for not wanting to subsidize the price of this, I wouldn't say piece of hardware, I was going to say console, but it's a piece of hardware. But this is a tough pill to swallow for a lot of people, man. I've seen a lot of conversation on this. People have given a lot of their opinions. I've watched actually quite a few breakdowns about the specs and how it performs for the price, and I'm gonna say this is officially off of my radar. So there's 4 main models that you can get of the Steam machine. The 512 gigabyte model, which does not come with a controller, is $1,049. That's before tax. The 512 gigabyte with a Steam controller is $1,128. 2 terabyte with no controller is $1,349, and the 2 terabyte console hardware with Steam controller is $1,428. Because I remember many episodes ago when we were first speculating on price, we were hitting between, if I remember right, like that 700 to 900 bag, with 900 being like the upper limit. But this is just, even for Valve, man, like I was actually surprised that they landed on these prices. I mean, I'm surprised in that it's Valve, but I'm not surprised considering the price of hardware. And parts are just continuing to balloon, seems like every day at this point. My main thing with this at this point is, who is this ultimately for? I was really excited about the fact that you could have this kind of set-top box, this little mini PC that you could hook up in your living room or your bedroom, and you can have access to your Steam library through that. But the reality of the situation is, at this point, you can spend less money and just get a Xbox or PlayStation. Before we get into like the nitty gritty of this stuff, man, I want to hear your thoughts on like the pricing. Were you surprised by this? Are you disappointed? Are you intending to buy one at some point, or is this just kind of hands off for you?
My initial thoughts with this is, at first I was thinking, why do I need this, right? Like every console, I was thinking about why would I need to buy one of these when I already have like a PC. I have pretty much every gaming console, current gaming console right now. And so my goal here was I wanted to get a Steam machine and kind of transfer all my games from Steam and stuff over to my Steam machine because I was going to free up my computer and I was going to go back to using my computer for like studying networking and designing, putting all my design programs and stuff on it and just have it as a dedicated like work computer while my Steam box would be used for like all my PC games.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the price and I'm still trying to wrap my head around the price. Like I don't get the whole with or without a controller because I'm assuming that I guess you can plug in like an Xbox or PlayStation controller.
I think so.
Like what
I'm
what
pretty
makes this
sure.
controller so special that it's not included in the bundle? Like that's weird to me. Or like maybe because people already have a controller, they're like, hey, we can make it cost less if you just going to use your own controller. That's my kind of thought around that. But I feel like the controller part, when I really think about it, I was like, okay, what's going on with that? But I just came to the conclusion that, hey, like maybe people already got their own controllers. So we'll give you one a little bit cheaper. We'll take a little bit off the top to try to soften the blow. But the price altogether is really confusing when you can get, like, if you already have a PlayStation Pro or whatever, there's really no selling point, really. Like, what incentives are we getting here? Because I heard that it's like when it comes to like GTA 6 or whatever, like which a lot of people are looking for consoles now specifically for to play GTA 6 on. So you kind of shooting yourself in the foot coming out around this time already. Because people are gonna be like, if I can't play if I can't play Grand Theft Auto, why the hell am I buying this? Because like a lot of people, this game is a console seller, right? And PlayStation seems to be leading the way. I don't know if it's a rumor. I read on
No,
it.
that's
It
not.
says it's a rumor for now, but I could honestly, Darius, I can see more people buying it on PlayStation. I could see that. I could see a place where that's happening. I wouldn't be surprised. But back to the Steam machine, right? Why am I getting this console? I can't play GTA 6 on it. It's kind of priced out of my range. And it's just like, I'm just really confused by why they chose to do what they did as far as the specs goes. And it was like, who are you selling this to? The main question I asked myself, who are you selling this to? Is it like intro people that's being introduced to PC gaming? Like would this be a good first starter PC for them? And I don't even think it fits that bill, to be honest, because people have been online taking the money that the Steam machine costs and building their own computers.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, you could run games perfectly fine on this, and I spent $300 less, or I spent $200 less. I made this computer, and it's like, I don't know, man. I really think that it's just the wrong time and place for this. I'm not saying that it's a bad console or anything. I think it's just not the right time for it.
Yeah.
And then also, it's just like, yeah, with everybody gearing up, I really do believe that GTA 6 just plays a major part in the release for this thing. I really think that maybe the Steam machine should have been pushed back maybe a year. But then we have the shortages and stuff. Like, how many of these machines are you going to get off? Because you're going to want to make your money back, right? Even though they're saying, oh, well, part of our cost is because we're not taking a loss like most game consoles do, right? We're charging everything up front. So they saying that, yeah, we could have sold it for cheaper and took a loss, but we're not going to do that. I don't know why they decided to go that route, but they did. So I don't
Yeah.
know, man. And for me, it's a no. Like if you want to know if I'm going to purchase one, it's going to be a bounce pass for me. I'll say that.
Yeah, I mean, you hit on a lot of really good points there. I respect their decision to not subsidize, or for those of you guys who don't know what subsidize means, it means you sell, like, typically, like DC said, console makers will sell a console less than what it costs them to make per unit, and they'll make up that cost with software. And Valve, they came out with a statement, and we're talking about it, and their whole thing is they don't want to do that because they want to, like, when companies sell subsidized hardware, it's usually building a more closed ecosystem, which kind of defeats the point of Valve as a company. They're all about inclusion and open systems and things like that. Now, what I don't know is if you can mod these particular devices with the way they're constructed. That's something I didn't look into. I know it has a expandable micro SD slot for storage. But another advantage, I know people make a big funk about Windows OS or, Windows 11. Like, most people in the world use Windows. Let's just be honest with ourselves. A lot of gamers in particular, I mean, the numbers are there, the statistics are out there. Like, a lot of people don't run Linux-based operating systems, which is what Steam OS is. So I've seen some people report some performance issues with Steam OS, with certain games, with certain modern games. That could cause like hitching and I know that they were billing this thing as, you can run games at 4K 60, sure. If you turn down pretty much every other setting outside of fidelity, you can run some games at 60 frames per second 4K. And ultimately, I wonder, honestly, I don't even know if that matters to a lot of gamers or to a lot of people. It's a hard place for Steam to be in. Maybe they were thinking that if they didn't launch it now, the prices as they stand for hardware are only going to continue to climb. And eventually they would have to charge more for this. And there is like limited supply for this. So just to let people know, you can't just go onto their store and buy one, like you would walking into like a Target or Walmart for a game system. They're actually, I mean, the system that they're running for like anti-scalpers is pretty cool. Like, your account has to be good, your Steam account has to be in good standing. You had to have at least bought something since April 27th of this year, and you can only, I think, buy one per household. So they've been pretty what's the word I'm looking for, pretty intentional about making sure that
good.
the people that actually want them will hopefully be able to get them. Now, you put your name in the box, the raffle. If you don't get one, you go onto a wait list. You can end up waiting until sometime in 2027 to get one of these things. So it's a hard sell for a lot of people, me included. I don't see, for as much as I play games on PC, I'm never one to tote the drum like, all PC master race and all that other silly stuff, man. I think this is just going to be a tough sell for people in general. Like, even if you can get your hands on one. And then we're not going to talk about like the secondhand market when people buy these and somebody's going to eventually, we know people are going to sell these off market. Hey, I got a Steam machine. They're short supply. I'll sell it to you. Those are like enthusiast people that I think would buy those higher than what the MSRP on these are. It's just a unfortunate thing, man. I will say this: it's going to sell. Let's just be honest. This is a niche market, but there are a group of people. There's a community out there for these things. I just don't know where this sits in the market, and it honestly speaks to, in my mind, the first place my mind went with this is, what is Xbox going to end up doing? Because of all the rumors we've heard about Project Helix and it supposedly being something in this vein of a hybrid PC console. How is that going to hit the market? How's that going to test well, especially if they open it up to other storefronts like we've been told? I would imagine, especially with Xbox's recent decisions, that they're probably, I wouldn't be surprised if Xbox go the more traditional console route at this point. Because you're already, I mean, if this thing is already over $1,000, right? $1,400 at the most expensive. Next gen consoles is not looking good. It's
Man,
not looking good for
what?
next gen consoles, man. It's we're sitting at probably $1,000 for the cheapest models of next gen consoles. I just don't see a.
Now, mind you, he said the cheapest model is going to be 1,000.
That's my prediction. Yeah, especially with in the other part of the story we could talk about is Xbox raising their prices again.
For
Of
what?
of their
For what? Why?
the prices it's the price of hardware is what they say. I will give them this. They've been very upfront lately about the decisions they're making. Usually we would get some fluff piece blog post from Xbox leadership, but Asha is very straight up when she mentioned it a couple of weeks ago in her first 100 days blog post. She was like, hey, we're spending too much money. The cost of storage, RAM is up. It's through the roof. We can't keep charging what we're charging. And this honestly, this did upset a lot of people. So it's effective August 1st. The Series S 512 gigabyte model is going up to $499, which I think is a $50 increase. Series S 1 terabyte is $599. The Xbox Series X terabyte digital edition is $750, and the Series X terabyte with a disk drive is $799. So that's like a $150 increase. Let's not forget,
Hmm.
PlayStation raised their prices in April of this year as well. So it's just bad all around right now, man. Like, honestly, I don't know what is the ultimate outcome for next gen. I know some people are saying, oh, whether they should delay it indefinitely. I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to say it once again. I don't know when the next Xbox is coming out. It may hit next year. PlayStation 6 may hit next year, 2028. They're not going to delay these consoles. They can't. They're probably already set up supply lines for these things. They're probably already buying parts. They've probably already paid for parts for these machines. So they're going to want their money back in some form or fashion. They're not just going to sit on parts for next gen before they decide to delay. I just don't see that happening, man, from a business standpoint. And honestly, even if they do delay, I mean, they're raising the price of current gen. So does it really matter at the end of the day? Like, if these things are key, I mean, we're talking about 6-year-old consoles at this point, man. It's so bad that Xbox even discontinued the 2 terabyte model that they were selling. Like, they're not making them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because I was looking at installation numbers for like the install base for consoles right now for all three. I think right now, as of March of this year, total PlayStation 5s are 93 million, a little over 93 million. Xboxes are at a paltry 34 million, but Microsoft stopped really posting numbers, so that is subject to discretion. And I think Nintendo right now for the Switch 2 is sitting over like a little over 19 million, which is kind of funny because in this world of ever rising prices, Nintendo is actually sitting pretty right now with the Switch 2 at 449, which is the
Mm.
current cheapest current gen console you can buy. And I know we don't talk about Nintendo a lot here. We don't. I know a lot of people foo that, but I mean, Nintendo is doing good. They're doing good business for their employees. They just gave all their employees a 10% raise this past week.
I meant to tell you about
You
that.
know,
I knew you
they
would see it.
Yeah, and what I mean, like, look at where Xbox and PlayStation are, where they're constantly shutting studios down, firing people. But I'm not like a super big fan. Like, Nintendo Switches aren't really super interesting to me. Right now in terms of like what they have to offer for games. But if I'm a parent or I'm looking for somebody, if I'm somebody looking for a current gen console and I have a limited budget, some people might look into the Switch too. They do have some third party games that have been coming out on them and they're releasing more every
I
year.
would. Yeah, I would. I want to say I would give them that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, we rarely give Nintendo their flowers, but I do want to say that I am noticing the amount of games that they are getting.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, what are they called? Other games? Damn it,
Third,
you just said
what,
it.
third party?
Yeah,
Yeah.
third party. There you go. There you go. Man, look, I should have got some water because my throat is hella dry, but we gonna rock through it. Yeah, their third party games is slowly growing, and I think that's gonna be very good for them in the long run because it's one of the things that will make me eventually get one if I decide to. Because I've been kind of teetering the line.
Same.
Now that they're getting more third party stuff, it's like I'm kind of leaning toward getting one now. So Nintendo seems to be in the perfect place in the storm. They kind of sitting right
Yeah.
in the eye of the storm because of, for whatever reason, their hardware
They always do
is a
great.
little, yeah, their hardware is a little lighter than your typical like heavy Xbox and PlayStation. And I think it puts them in the center of the storm and they can kind of just ride this out, whatever this grand reset is going to be in gaming, because it's happening. We're in the middle. Y'all don't understand. We're like in the middle of history right now. Like, we're going to remember this shit. Like, as far as like chips shortages, prices, and all this stuff, we're going to remember all this. Like, this is like gaming's Great Depression. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to get crazy before it actually like pans out to be
Yeah.
somewhat back to normal. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's just like, I don't know. It's, and this is just the beginning, unfortunately, with the layoffs and stuff. And I also want to harken back on PlayStation. You know, everyone's giving all this shit to Asha and the Xbox, the conversations online, but once again, everyone wants to kind of glaze over PlayStation. And I'm like, wait a minute, they just had layoffs and stuff too. They did a price increase. They're going through layoffs, which we'll talk about. So I'm not trying to do a tit for tat. I just want to say that the gaming industry as a whole has problems right now. It's not just one system. Like, everything has a problem, and we're going to talk about it. So yeah, I just want to throw that out there
Nah, I
real
mean
quick.
that's a great point to make. You know, I think it's important to look at trends across the industry, and you know, besides studio closures, we're also seeing less consoles in general being sold. You know, I think the sales, where is it? Here it is. So Sony sold 1.5 million less PlayStation units. No, they sold only 1.5 million in Q1 of 26, down from 2.8 million the last quarter. So I mean, even though they're obviously outselling Xbox, I think it's something like 6 to 1 I was reading, which is just insane. You know, they're selling less consoles, and they're also can't keep up with the production costs of them, so they're probably making less, even though they don't want to. So it's important to kind of look at a lot of this as a whole. I know we talked about a lot last week in terms of development costs and developer salaries and how that is playing a pretty big part in the ballooning costs of double and triple A. But it's also important to look at hardware costs too, because like I said, we're allegedly, no one's given an official statement on next gen outside of Xbox. They said, hey, we're working on Helix, but we don't know when any of these are coming out. But with I'm gonna say we're heading towards next generation on a bullet train right now. So I would imagine that within the next 2 years, next generation is gonna hit. And I mean, like, analysts are projecting like the price of these of hardware components aren't going down anytime soon. They're thinking that supply won't get to normal. It won't start normalizing until 2027 or after. And even if supply does start to normalize, the prices aren't going back down. I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you that right now. Micron is making so much money, it is ridiculous. Like that.
And over fist,
Yeah,
okay?
Micron is literally Micron. I think Samsung, and what was the other one? I think SK Hynix, if I remember right. I can't remember the name of the three biggest producers of components. But they're making so much money right now. They don't have a reason to lower their prices even after supply catches up. You know, and
Mm.
it's, you know, you factor in the fact that Gen Z they're not buying games. They can't afford consoles. Hell, they can barely find jobs coming out of college right now. You know, I think it's important for people to understand these points, that we're heading towards a darker period for gaming, a less explorative time, in my opinion, in AAA space, where you start to see more, you start to see newer IPs. I think these companies are going to bet on live service and bet on smaller projects to get them through the storm. I mean, we can. I mean, that can kind of roll into what we that can roll into Bungie actually, because it kind of all. It's funny how all this stuff kind of ties together, but yeah. So as we were talking about a couple weeks ago, Bungie has officially laid off. I've seen reports between 350 to 400 employees. And I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because it's just like, once again, here we are, more bad news in the industry. We talked about Xbox gearing up to close studios, lay off a bunch of people. And this one just kind of hits home for me, man, because we've talked about Bungie so much on this podcast since we started the podcast, and how it has such a big part in our history, our gaming history. From the early Halo days up until Destiny 2. And Bungie's just there. It looks like they're in for a really rough time at this point.
Ooh, it's bad, man.
Yeah, it's I've seen developers on social media, LinkedIn, announcing that they were let go. Hey, this is my skill set. These are the things I've worked on. I'm looking for work. And it's just really unfortunate, man, that we've gotten to this point in the industry. And honestly, I don't know what happens with Bungie at this point. They allegedly according to their statement, they have other projects in incubation and all this other. I'm just being honest,
my
man.
thing is this. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just gonna say, like, Marathon's not the answer for that company. Like, Marathon is not going to be the answer that brings them back to the tippy top. Like, I don't have faith that Marathon's going to do any real lasting. It's going to have any real lasting impact.
Didn't they just push their next season back?
I don't know. I know they announced some PvE stuff. I don't know when. I didn't see when it was going to get released. If it did,
I think they have the next season was supposed to be August. I think they pushed it back, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all could fact check that. I thought I read it somewhere, but I didn't really get a good chance to fact check it. So don't hold me to that. I'll look into that later and see.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just so funny how they've come back. Sony put out this statement how they're saying we're still committed to making live service games. And I just look at that like a slap in the face to the people y'all just fired. Like, you guys bought Bungie for Destiny and for their live service expertise, and how because they were consulting on a lot of those projects at Sony, infamously the multiplayer game from Naughty Dog that was canned. I don't know if they were consulting on Concord. I wouldn't be surprised if they were. I'm not saying I blame Bungie for those failures, but I will continue to say I don't think Sony knows what makes a good live service game, honestly. I'll be honest, I don't count Helldivers. That's more of a publisher situation. Like, that studio's been making Helldivers for a long time. But once again, this just kind of shows where the industry is, in my opinion, where you have studios or you have these publishers looking for consistent revenue outside of just a single player game that will only sell so much over time, because they realize that they're just trying to stay afloat. They're spending too much money, and I don't know if it pays off. I don't know what else they could do as far as live service that will instill confidence into the wider PlayStation community. I don't know, but you can go ahead, man. That's just
Yeah, I'm just listening to chat, and I just want to say, yeah, Weenie has the wit of a wise man, boy. I swear. Weenie just, if you guys don't know Weenie, look, if you're listening on wherever you're listening, please join the chat. Weenie is over here going crazy. First of all, I mean, if you want to be honest, PlayStation is their bread and butter, bro. Like, I don't think their appliances really sell like that. I think their TVs, well,
their TVs sell pretty well.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got 2 of their TVs in my house, so yeah. And then I want to just say what's up to Bango real quick. It's always good to see our good brother Bango in the building. He's like a pillar to this community. He's been around for a very long time. Hope everything is well with you, sir. But yeah, man, the layoffs is. I want to go back to what Bango said in the chat. He said, you never see the people making the bad decisions getting laid off. No. And it's just like, yeah, because they get the yachts. You know what I'm saying? And this is another thing that I do not want to see. Like I said last episode, You getting rid of all these people. I don't want to see no goddamn what's his name, Ryan, whoever the hell.
You
Um
talking about the current head? It's Herman Holst.
Herman Host. I don't want to see no yachts and billion-dollar bonuses coming down my stream after this shit. And goddamn,
Yo,
thanks,
Rain, thank you
Rain,
for the gifted
Rain,
subs, man. Appreciate that. Holy cow.
Rain. I won't punch you now. Yay. Rain's our residential badass. You know, you got to punch him sometimes. But thank you for the blessing, sir. We appreciate having you here, my man.
Thank you,
And
thank you, thank
Moonlight,
you.
hello, Moonlight. But yeah, like I just hate to see that because it's like you have Nintendo giving everyone like whatever 10% is, because that could be a lot. It just depends. Like I
I
don't want to
mean,
just shoot it down, but
it's a lot if you consider the amount of employees they have. You know, that's
yeah,
how
that's
I
what I'm
kind of look at
saying.
it. You know.
Like if you sit up there and you start doing the math, and then I mean it's something. It's better than getting laid off.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you know, I think Nintendo, like I said before, Nintendo is kind of just sitting in the spot, just kind of weathering the storm. But yeah, I just hate to see when we make all these drastic moves to get rid of so many people. And then you turn around and it's like the CEOs, the CFOs, and all these other CBOs and TBOs and whoever the hell they are, they start getting bonuses and shit. Cause it's like invest back in your company, right? Like invest in the people that is gonna make you that billionaire or millionaire or whatever. And Sony, what's going on with Bungie, right? What's going on with Bungie kind of hurts the soul because we grew up on Bungie. Not sure about everybody in the chat, but I know I'm a Bungie baby. Like I was there for all the Halos, and then when they moved on to Destiny, I was a big Destiny player, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Me and Darius both.
Since beta
Destiny,
D1, baby.
yeah, Destiny 1 and 2, I kind of didn't like what Destiny 2 became, so I kind of fell off of it. But I do know that there's a very strong community there. I think they have about 50K people still playing or something. Well, a lot of people came back because I know the ending is near and a lot of people are just getting together for the last hurrah, right? Like everybody's just kind of getting their last bit of Destiny in before it go. But this is gaming history, man. Like we're gonna look back on a lot of these moments and be like, yo, we was there. I listen lately, I've been listening to a lot of the older podcast episodes,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like we were there for that. We talked about that. Like it's a lot of stuff. I'm like, yo, we've went through a lot of shit together. Just us, chat. We've watched you guys come. Like it just how everything is linked up is crazy, man. And this is gonna be another one for the books. But unfortunately, it's bad. But it'll be for the books. We'll be talking about this for a while because, like I said, unfortunately, there's going to be some more stuff that come down the pipeline that is going to affect a lot of people in the industry. And
Oh
I was
yeah.
telling my brother, like, this is the reset. It's going to happen. And you got games like the little hide and seek game. You got these indie games coming out and they're crushing it. Like they're literally taking, I don't want to say simple, right? But they're taking these out of the box ideas with a low cost of entry, right? They're making these games like 4 or 5 months. They putting them out there and they're doing millions. And then you got AAA. These dudes, I don't know if it's just a lot of fluff in this spending, like the amount of money that they're spending to make these games, but eventually, you know, with all these developers and stuff getting laid off, guess what's going to happen? There's going to be a recycling, right? Because all these guys are going to get laid off. They go back to the, I'll say, quote unquote, bottom. Those guys turn back into indie devs. We get more indie games, which could be a good thing because indie games are knocking it out the park right now. And like I said, I always want to salute our guy Weenie because he's a big component of just being out there and finding these little niche games that are fun and cool to play. He's a big indie guy, you know, and people like him and the indie industry. I think once the full circle comes, the indie industry is going to be what lifts everything out of the ashes, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. I feel like the indies are going to be what really keep the gaming industry alive as we go through these hard times because these people got a skill. These developers just not going to go and like go work at McDonald's or something. Not saying that anything's bad about working at McDonald's, but they're going to want to use their skills, right? They went to school for this shit. They worked hard for this shit. So you're going to see a lot of indie games come out, and I think a majority of those games are going to be good. I think they're going to hold us down. It's just kind of my theory to everything that's happening now. Could be wrong. Yeah, but that's how I feel. I feel like we're going to get a big circle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I just like I looked up just a quick Steam chart for Destiny. Currently, they're sitting at about an hour ago, 79,000 players. Like DC mentioned, that was because of the June 9th update, but that number is probably going to continue to drop, I would imagine, over the next few months. And I'll say this much, I do want to, like, I just saw Bengal saying, like, a lot of games do go offline. I don't think, and I'm not saying this towards you, Bengal, I don't think there's fear of Destiny 2 going offline anytime soon. If you guys remember, Anthem, Anthem was, the servers were online for almost a decade. They were like online for like 7 years, and that game was hot for what, 1 or 2. So I don't think we'll get any sort of shutdown for Destiny at any point. You know, I just don't think that we'll see a Destiny 3. If I had to guess, you know, I would imagine that Destiny as a franchise, as it currently exists, is over. You know, maybe we'll get some smaller projects, because I was doing a lot of research into like just the firings and like who in leadership got let go. Fun fact about the leadership of Bungie: a lot of them have vested stock in the company after the purchase from Sony, which I think is done after July. So we may see some of those industry heads, or some of the leadership who have made the decisions that got Destiny to where it is now, or Bungie rather. I would imagine that a lot of them are leaving. There's rumors that I think his name's Jason Jones, if I remember right, the visual designer for Bungie. Yes, he was like the guy. Jason Jones is the Halo guy. He's the guy who created a lot of the visual language for Destiny and Halo. So he's been at Bungie for a long, long time. Rumors are floating around that people of his stature have been let go. So while interestingly, they kept some of the narrative leads from Destiny at Bungie. So I know some people are looking at that as a hopeful situation. I would just say temper your expectations on that. You know, I don't suspect that ultimately means we're getting a Destiny project, because all the reports from a lot of reputable journalists is that currently Destiny 3 or no Destiny projects are currently in production or incubation. I think that their intention, and when I say their, I mean Sony's intention, is to have Bungie focus on Marathon and trying to turn that into something of a profitable live service game. But I just don't think that Marathon has the staying power that they want. Even if they add PvE modes or events, I just don't see it sticking around, man. It's just a unfortunate situation for Bungie. Ultimately, what I think happens over the next couple of years is I think Bungie's just going to continue to be assimilated into into Sony. You know, they're going to probably keep moving people from the Bungie studio into their internal teams, and eventually it'll be gone. It'll be poof, you know, which makes me very sad, because like Bungie's been around since the 90s for some of our younger viewers. I know that's a impossible time to even think of, but you know, Bungie's been around for,
it was a time it existed.
You know, Bungie's been around for like 40 years almost at this point. And once again, it just speaks to where the industry is as a whole. And if you guys can, the late 1900s. Yeah, thank you, thank you, Dave. That's what I'm just gonna start saying, the late 1900s. That's
Yo, that's freaking. Hey, that makes me feel old as fuck.
That's so funny, man.
Jesus.
Shout out to my 90s and 80 babies in here, man.
Shout out to the real physical copy holders in the chat. Dave and Weenie have immaculate collections that we have in Discord, I believe. I think Weenie posted some pics in the Discord of some of his collection, which is dope. I respect to y'all, man. Like, Dave, did you see that PlayStation Metal Gear PlayStation 1 that I sent you, that's not a thing, right? I'm buying that shit immediately if it's real. But yeah, man, it's just one of those episodes where as a gamer, like I truly like I'm not just putting on just for the camera or the streams or the podcast. Like when I report this shit, being a gamer myself, damn near my whole life, like this does affect me in a way. Being a person who's been laid off a couple of times, like I've said previous podcasts, I know what that shit feels like. It doesn't feel good. Like it just puts you it just twists your whole fucking world in half. Like just being laid off and then working in the place. Let's just say, how do you think all those guys who didn't get laid off feel?
Yeah.
You sitting there on pins and needles, like you like, yo, am I next? Do I need to be looking for another job? Do I need to like these people have families like me? I kind of weather any storm because I feel like I'm good at it because it's just me by myself. But I think about people who have like families and have to deal with that shit. It's crazy, man. As a gamer, you know, to a certain degree, you should be kind of like weary of this too. And, you know, it's crazy to see because people don't that number is big, man. I don't think people really understand. On the Sony side, those numbers are big, bro.
That's a
And how
that's an insane number
this
of
is my
people.
thing too. How the hell y'all got they say they got games in the tuck, right? Who the fuck is working on them? Who the hell working on these games? Y'all don't
Who's
have a big
working on
studio anymore.
who's working on these incubation projects you guys are
Because that
talking
leads to
about?
crunch. That leads to fucking crunch.
I mean, it's that too, and we're not gonna see any of that stuff anytime soon. You know, I don't imagine we'll see whatever the hell they're working on next until well into next generation. You know, Marathon just dropped what last year, this year? I don't even remember. It's this year. Somebody correct me.
Yeah.
I think it was March of this year, right?
It was yeah.
So they're probably still restructuring teams, figuring out who stopped working on what in those teams and how to continue the development of, you know, whatever the next DLC or battle pass or whatever the hell Marathon has. I don't know. I played the game for like 5 minutes. It's not great. Let's just be honest, man.
I still kind of like it. I don't know, man. I just think
I'll say this.
no, I think
the gameplay, the shooting, the abilities are cool. That's something Bungie has always done well. I don't like everything else that's wrapped around that.
here it is.
Like I just
No, because they make these old convoluted, weird ass stories. Make a fucking story people understand. Shit. Hold on, I gotta show Dave this. Look at that. Isn't that cool?
Oh, that's pretty cool. He's showing a picture. He'll post it in Discord. He's showing a picture of a Metal Gear X PlayStation that transforms. That's pretty cool. But yeah, man, it's rough times out here for the gaming industry as a whole. I think this is a great time for people to look into their backlogs. And I will say this before we move on to the final topic: do not finance a console. I know that's an option for Xbox. Don't do any buy now, pay later stuff, man. Don't do that to yourself. Life's hard enough as it is. I'm not telling people what to do with their money. If you absolutely have to have a console, just don't do that. Like, please. Credit's already
Just
bad.
save up and get it.
Yeah, like, you know, it's just such a. I hate that kind of practice that they're putting. Hey, you can't afford our price increase, but you could just give us a little bit every month out of your paycheck. Like, it's tough enough out here, guys. You know what I mean? Like, let's not do that, man.
And who's to say what's the interest on this thing gonna be? Like,
God, oh God, don't even,
it's best that you just save up and get it yourself because with
24%
interest
rate.
yeah, because with
Like,
interest you're gonna be paying more. Just save up the money, thug it out, buy that shit yourself, man.
Yeah, and you have until August 1st. If you guys are looking to buy an Xbox now, I would highly recommend you get it before the price increase. You still have time. And I mean, I don't know who's buying Xboxes right now. Their numbers are terrible. But speaking of buying, GTA 6 pre-orders went live.
Hey, yo, fuck GTA 6, man.
We're gonna
On
talk
my
about.
mama. On my mama, bro. On my mama. Because they
So
doing what I said. No. Let me get the floor real quick. I'm gonna let my boy Darius, because he's the smooth talker. But before he get his shit off, let me get mine off. I said this shit plenty of episodes ago. The most monetized game in the history of all gaming will be GTA 6. You think this just the beginning of the fuck shit that they about to pull? Oh, they are about to. Boy, I'm talking about they not taking nobody out to dinner. You're gonna get fucked. And just because it's GTA 6, people are gonna bend over. And I'm not with it, man. No, I don't care what the game is. Don't fuck us. Do not fuck us. We didn't consent to this fucking. Stop doing it. They're going to do some stupid things that I'm not going to like, and I'm going to continue to bitch about it. But I'm going to hand the mic back to Darius because he's the level head here. Take it away, sir.
that was great, man. That was excellent.
Pre-fucking orders, man. Pre-orders for a digital fucking asset. Are you kidding me? Are y'all on crack out here?
They gotta buy them before it runs out, man.
What the
No, let me
fuck?
say this. I'll say this. They misled the wider community about pre-orders, because from everything I was reading, initially pre-orders were supposed to come with a physical copy of the game. They're not releasing physical copies of GTA 6 until December of this year, which is absolutely.
I keep hearing mixed though.
Yeah.
Because I keep hearing that that's a lie. Then I hear other people's.
No, I think they came out and said, let me look it up just to be sure, but I'm pretty sure they came out and said that they're going to release physical copies. I guess not. Maybe you're right. So we don't know if they will actually ever release physical copies of GTA 6, which is crazy to say out loud. But we finally have a price for the game, which falls in line to what me and DC were predicting. You have the standard edition for $80. Sorry, hold on one second. I gotta approve that message in chat. I gotta fix that. You have the standard edition is $79.99, and the ultimate edition is $99.99. So $100 for the ultimate edition. And this is where my problems start with Grand Theft Auto and Rockstar. So what is exclusive to the $100 edition, you might ask? Well, that includes a hair salon with exclusive cosmetics
that you'll never be able to get,
vehicle mod shops, exclusive clothing stores, additional side missions, exclusive weapons, vehicles, and a Vice City style pack.
And did you forget to mention the yacht?
Yeah, that's included in. I included that in like vehicles. Like it's, boats and a bunch of stuff.
First of all, the vehicles are fucking ass. I'm going to say that now. Vehicles are fucking ass. Fuck off. Sorry. Let me calm down. Hold on. Let me bring it.
Take a deep breath, brother. It's all right, man.
Take a deep breath. Go ahead, brother.
I understand the money that they have invested into this game, development wise. We don't know official numbers. Let's just say that. Reports are close to $1 billion, a little over that. Sure, whatever. But I have always hated this type of shit when it came to gaming. Because imagine for a moment if you're playing GTA 6 and you're like, man, that's a really cool hair salon over there. I just want to walk into that building to see what they have. And then you get a gigantic red stop sign that says purchase the Ultimate Edition for $20. Because I am almost 100% certain that you'll be able to buy that pack separately. But who the fuck would want to do that? There's going to be people that will. But this is the problem with the gaming industry that we were just talking about with the rising cost of development. This is the type of shit that I hate. Like, I don't care personally about the vehicles, the mod shop, whatever, but the side mission stuff, like that shit bothers me. The weapons, that shit bothers me, because that's like what people play GTA for, is to explore the city, blow stuff up, live there, whatever fantasy they want to live, when it comes to gaming or to living in that world. And I'm just going to say this game is going to be a great game. Rockstar don't make bad games. Let's just cut the bullshit. I don't think they make bad games, But this is the type of egregious shit that I hate that will make me question honestly buying it. Because just like DC said, imagine, I would imagine we'll probably get GTA Online probably spring of next year. I think it was like 6 months. DC, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but like GTA Online for 5 came out, was it like 6 months after the initial release?
Yes.
And we were talking about what that pricing structure for that is. I'm under the impression that, and some people like analysts are suspecting or expecting this game to do like 25 million units after it launches, which is, it sounds outrageous, but that's pretty accurate for Grand Theft Auto. I imagine we're gonna get a subscription based GTA Online that you could separately download just to play that with your friends. Instead of them doing, I mean, you could probably buy. I'm pretty sure they'll introduce shark cards, but if we're talking about like sustained revenue for a game, that's what I think they're gonna do. I think you can play GTA Online for $10-15 a month or whatever, whatever the standard is for MMOs nowadays. You'll get this much money every month. You'll get the ability to do whatever the fuck. Like, that's my thoughts on that. And this is not going to deter people. I've already seen people showing that they've bought the $100 edition, which is just absolutely insane, man. Like, I don't get it. This is just disappointing from Rockstar. This is very disappointing. What do you think? What do you think is gonna happen with GTA Online, man? Do you think that? Because I know we were talking in text a couple of days ago about what they could possibly do as far as like a pricing structure. But I mean, you play GTA Online, you play RP. You're you're a lot more in tune with that community than I am right now. He's praying right now, guys. In case you were wondering, our audio listeners, DC is saying a prayer.
I'm in deep monk mode right now. Hey, man, fuck GTA, man. Look, let me tell you. So let me break this shit down for you. First of all, I did find out that both State of Decays have various endings depending on how you play it. I'm just bad at video games. I don't know why I just thought about that. But anyway. Oh my God. Where the fuck do I start with this shitstorm? GTA Online is going to be heavily monetized, right? They're going to do collaborations. If you don't keep up with this stuff, GTA has bought 5M, which is where you play GTA role play. Mm-hmm. I personally believe they bought 5M to kind of learn the infrastructure, and then they're going to destroy it because they are currently working on their own kind of server site to do like RP on in the future. GTA Online is going to be heavily it's going to be a mess, and people are going to pay. They're not going to speak with their wallets because people keep giving Rockstar the excuse of, oh, it's Rockstar. And that shit pisses me off. It's like, oh, because it's Rockstar, they can punch me in the face. I will still pay for it. No, we got to start speaking with our wallet, man. That's why the industry is where it's at now. But online, now I'm talking all this shit. I don't know when I'm going to get the game. I'm talking all this shit, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. Of course, I'm going to get the game. I'm not paying $100. I'm not. I'm just not. I don't care. No. Whatever's in that shop is not that serious for me. I don't care. And then it's like, okay, so what is going to be in the game is what's scaring me. Because if you're putting these things behind a paywall, like, will you ever be able to get stuff in the game that's better than what's behind the paywall? Like, stuff like that scares me because it just kind of like dims the quality of a game that's supposed to be world renowned as like the biggest fucking piece of entertainment ever launched. And to me, I feel like the best way to make an example to the gaming world is make an example with the biggest game in the world. So people really do need to speak with their wallets and say, hey, this is some bullshit. The fact that people are downloading a freaking digital copy. You're pre-ordering a digital copy. And like my man Beezy said, we ain't even had a lick of gameplay. And you guys are buying $100. What if the game comes out? Let's just say, what if we know Rockstar? Oh, the almighty Rockstar. They made Red Dead. They made this. Okay, we get it. They're great. But let's just say they dropped the ball, Darius. What if the guy come? What if there's things that you don't like? I'll say that. What if it come out and there's things that you really don't like about the game and you already pre-ordered it? It's yours forever. Like, I
That's
need to see some gameplay. Like, I need to see some gameplay. All I'm saying is, yes, we're gonna have a great game. Am I gonna play it? Fuck yeah. People are gonna have content for this shit for at least a good 3 years. We're gonna get years and years of content. Content creators are gonna be eating their ass off from this game. All right. And all of the above is gonna be great. I'm gonna fucking play it. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I'm not gonna play it. I don't know when. I would like for it to come out on PC before I play it, but knowing me, I can't wait that long. So yeah, it's just like I don't want them to go down the path of greed and fuck up what's supposed to be a momentous occasion, right? This is supposed to be like really big, and I just feel like they're gonna fucking just do too much because online, like they're banking for online to do what it did in GTA 5. GTA 5, believe it or not, still making money as we speak.
hand
They're
over fist.
still making money. They're making millions a month because people can't stop buying cars. All right. They drop a car pack every month. People got to have the brand new shit. As a person who plays GTA RP, which I just played last night, and the economy and the psychology of people's mind is so fucking crazy. Like when I play GTA RP, right? They drop new cars or whatever. There's a line literally at the car store in GTA RP. There's a line of people, everybody in the server wants the newest shit, right? Everybody, and that's the psychology that GTA banks off of. Having the newest shit, having the newest house, having the newest cars, boats, whatever. And when you price that shit out of range, right? You could grind for it. It's going to take you a long time, or you can buy this shiny shark card. Give us 20, 30, 40, $50. You could buy this shark card and skip the line. And you can have the new shit instantly. And this is what they're banking on. So I don't know, man. I love me a good GTA. I've put in 2,000 hours probably plus on GTA online or whatever. I've been in the trenches. Love it. But I don't like what is becoming. I don't like greedy motherfuckers. I just don't. I don't like it. Because they don't have to even do all this, Darius, and they'll make their money back. But you know what? Take Two said that ain't good enough. We need to triple our profits. We need to
Number
quadruple our
number must
profit.
go up. Let me ask you this, because this was actually just
What's up, T-Bang?
this was just going in the back of my head too about GTA Online. Do you think whenever GTA Online hits that it's going to simultaneously launch on PC? Just GTA Online, not the main story mode itself.
I think my prediction here with what they're trying to do with not just GTA Online, but incorporating GTA role play, I think there's a high possibility that they will do that.
Because it just
I
makes
think they
sense,
want,
right? Like, I was just really over
yeah,
here thinking, even with the number of consoles that are out there, and this is gonna move console units for PlayStation. I'm already predicting there's gonna be a shortage of consoles this holiday season, just in general. But
and that's when I strike.
yeah, but you add GTA on top of that, and then you turn around and they're probably like, if we launch this as a separate mode or essentially a separate game, which is what GTA Online is, why not release it on PC where people can immediately hit the highs of RP, where they can, you know, just basically use it as a test bed to see how well it's going to do on PC. They're either going to do one or two things. They're either going to release it, it's going to be free to play, and then you're going to have to pay for everything, or you're going to pay a monthly subscription and get
Oh no, no,
incentives
no.
to play it.
That's what I meant to tell you earlier too. That's what GTA Plus was set up for. GTA
Yeah.
Plus was not
Thank you
set up
for. I
for
couldn't remember what it was. Thank
it.
you.
It was not set up for GTA 5. GTA Plus, their subscription was specifically created, I believe. These are not hard facts. This is something that I believe.
Yeah.
I think GTA Plus was literally set up for GTA 6. Even though they're using it for 5, like you pay, I think it's something cheap. It's not that bad. It's like $5, $6, something like that a month, and you get bonus like stuff. Like you get every month you get like a free car, some money, some clothes
Yeah,
or some
they're
shit.
definitely doing. I don't see why they wouldn't do that because they know people are gonna pay
Oh,
for
they're
it.
gonna ramp that up when GTA 6 come out.
Yeah.
That I guarantee you, mark my words, mark this time down right now. That subscription is gonna go up to like $17. I freaking promise you.
I don't think it's gonna be that high. I don't see it being higher than 15. I don't think so. I think
I
15
don't
is
know,
probably the
man.
ceiling. If
I don't.
if they're already if they do a subscription and they're still selling other items like other things to buy, I just don't see it being that high. I mean, I could be wrong. You know, we didn't think they were gonna do this shit, but I think it because I mean, what's the current? Let's see, how much is a World of Warcraft subscription right now? Wow.
Bro, I'm telling you, Rain. I'm looking at Rain in the chat, and I agree with him, bro. I think that shit. I think I'm lowballing. It's
No,
gonna
I
be
just don't.
17
I
plus.
don't think it's gonna be that much, honestly. I don't think it's gonna be
They're
20.
or they might just slow fork you. They might just
Yeah,
slow fork you. They
and like I
might poke you
said,
with the fork.
it just kind of depends on what they're offering with the subscription. That's why I'm hesitant to go that
It's like
high.
Netflix.
Yeah,
Netflix. Okay. Let's just say this. They might not do it off rip, but they might slow grind it.
like
Like,
raise the
okay, it's
prices over time.
$5,
Yeah,
then it's 8, then it's 12. Yeah, they might slow
I
fuck
could
you.
see
Like,
that to get people in like an install base. That makes sense. Yeah, I can see that.
yeah,
Yeah. T man,
and
that's what
T-Man,
we're discussing, man. Because GTA 5 online didn't come out. I think it was like 6 months until after the initial game release.
people don't remember on PlayStation that shit was broke for months. People don't remember
Yeah, that
that.
was more PlayStation fault. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was more Sony
that shit
online.
was
Back then.
yeah. Your beloved
Yeah,
PlayStation.
Sony was
'Cause you
terrible. Their
want to
online was terrible. And
play.
the reason why I say a simultaneous PC release because it's a different time than 2013 or 2014, excuse me.
Yeah,
Where I think they're gonna want to get as many people in the door as possible, and then they could turn around and flip and convert those online PC players into buying the actual story game itself. That's just how my mind works. That's
I
just
don't
what I
trust them.
think.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't trust Rockstar right now.
No,
Just the way they
not at
started this
all.
shit off, just the way that they kicked off this whole GTA 6 campaign, they're gonna have to prove to me like, you know, they're not trying to fuck us without the dinner. Okay.
Yeah,
Like that whole pre-order shit and $100. So basically, they just tried to soften the blow. Basically, the game's $100.
yeah,
If you want to be honest, the game's fucking $100.
yeah.
Like,
Honestly,
and every
yeah, the
I
full
want to see
game.
the numbers.
If you want the
I want
full
to see
base
the
game,
numbers.
that's so
I need
crazy.
to see the numbers. I need to see the pre-order numbers.
Uh,
How many people ordered the $100 edition?
I wonder if
It
we
was
can.
people
Let's
already
look
in my
that up real
DMs on
quick.
Twitter talking about,
Let's see.
oh, I bought it. I bought it.
Oh,
Why?
people are not hesitating to buy it at all. Pre-order sales. Let's see. I don't
Yeah,
think
because
they've
they
announced
might
it
do
yet.
that. Because once, dog, shit. Rain brought up another valid point. Shit, them RP servers might cost.
Oh,
So you might have
100%. Yeah,
to.
if you, I mean, well,
Yeah.
to be fair, it costs to host your own servers right now anyway, no matter what game you're talking
Well,
about.
low key, and then honestly, like right now, RP servers,
Let's see.
they have in-game shit you could buy with real cash. So that's
Yeah.
how they keep. That's how good servers keep their servers going. Like No Pixel and all them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they charge you for a membership and all that shit
Because
because they need it
even
for the
when we
server.
had our own server for Valheim, I was paying for that. It was a monthly subscription, so that's not. I wouldn't be surprised by that at all. But we'll see. I mean, it's it dropped the price. The price announcement dropped their stock price. That's all I'm gonna say. And that's why I always try to keep that in mind because they can't survive this game not doing well. Take-Two and Rockstar will not survive. Like they're gonna have to make some concessions. They're not gonna be able to do exactly what the fuck they want because of that. That's the one thing I'm confident about. I feel confident about. It's gonna cost, but I don't think it's gonna be as high as we're thinking here in chat. But it's definitely
They
going to
gonna
make for
throw
interesting
rockets.
conversation when it comes out, though. I love that we're talking about this. This is I was so excited to talk about this today because I was so outraged. I couldn't believe this shit, man. Like, yeah, DC's right. This is essentially $100 for the full game, so we can say that GTA. We predicted $100 would be too much, but we were wrong. So there you go. Maybe we're wrong about that shit too.
And people are just like rolling over. That's what's killing
Yeah.
me. Oh, like I just keep hearing the excuse, but it's GTA, but it's Rockstar. But if anybody can charge this much and get away with it, it's Rockstar. Like, no, stop thinking
Yeah.
like that.
People
Because you're
are gonna
normalizing.
be
What you're doing is you're normalizing this shit.
they're being intellectually dishonest.
And let me tell you
That's how
what,
they're doing.
on a flip note, to everybody who keeps saying, oh, this is bad because Rockstar setting the trend. Now all other games are going to do this. No, the
Incorrect.
fuck they are not.
Incorrect.
First of all, Grand Theft Auto is probably the only game that can do this shit right now. Let Ubisoft come out with a new Assassin's Creed that's $80 and $100. Man, people gonna tell them to stuff that shit up their ass. Like nobody's gonna pay for that.
Yeah, I was just looking,
Nobody.
Rain. They haven't released pre-order. They probably won't release pre-order numbers probably till closer to launch, I'd imagine. I mean, and to your point too, DC, like Xbox tried the shit with Outer Worlds 2, and they quickly reversed course because people were refunding the game. $80 is just that's a barrier, man. Like I don't think we'll hit past 70 for a long time. I would love it if games went down like AAA prices. I don't see that happening. But this is definitely going to be worth talking about when the game launches. Will we end up buying it? Probably, because we want to talk about it with you guys. Are we buying the $100 version? Fuck no. I'm just tell you that right now. I'm not buying the $100.
I'm standing on principle. I'm telling you right now.
not.
I am dying on my principles. No.
Yeah.
Everything that
100%
Rockstar come out with, that I am completely fine with playing the base game, beating the base game, and then seeing what online has to offer.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna find every store that I can't walk into, and I'm gonna shoot a rocket launcher through the window. That's what I'm gonna do.
That's fair. Also, to lighten the mood a little bit, I just love Twitter, man. I keep saying I'm gonna get rid of it, but comments like this just make me keep it. This guy said, "You want me to pay $100?" This guy said, "You want me to pay $100, and I don't even know if I can have sex yet in that game."
Oh, the internet's great.
Valid point. Lucia, like, damn.
That's I don't even want to talk about that. Oh,
he said, not just hooker sex. This man was going off. He said, I can't have sex.
What you guys didn't like your car rocking back and forth, and they're sitting next to each other in San Andreas.
For $100, I think my man want to see a little bit more. And I said, hey, buddy.
Gosh, they still have to sell the game. It can't.
Hey, buddy. They don't. Funny. It don't. Because that's controversy that they don't need.
People want their hot coffee mods, man. If you guys don't know what that is, look it up. That's a fun little homework project.
Probably don't look it up at work.
Yes, don't do that. Yes, don't look it up at work. But that's a fun little piece of gaming history for you guys. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. You just
that rocked the internet at the time it dropped.
Oh man, that shit shook the whole net back in the day, bro. I'll tell you guys off of the pod. If you guys are in chat, I'll tell you what it is off 5 if you want to know. But
hot coffee.
Yeah. Don't look it up at work.
What a time.
Yeah.
What a time. How old was you when that mod came out? That was
let me see. Probably too young to be looking at it. Hot coffee.
That was a GTA scandal of all time, bro.
It was a long time ago. Oh my goodness.
And that's when they decided we got to stop putting our games on PC for a while.
Oh, I was a teenager. It was 2005. So I was 15. Still probably too young to be looking at it. But
he was over here in the corner giggling like a little
I just couldn't believe my eyes. I was like, what is happening? I was bewildered, honestly. I was just like, I can't believe that. But yeah, we'll see, man. It's definitely going to be interesting, entertaining to watch. But I think that's a good place to end the pod, man. That was a great ending. I love that. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys for hanging out for episode 274 of the podcast. Next weekend is July 4th. It's the 250th birthday of USA.
I'm not gonna sing it because we had such a good episode. I'm not gonna do it.
I'll cut the whole stream off. Don't do it, please.
I'm not. For my bro. I'm not gonna do it, bro. Are we having an episode next week?
I was gonna say I don't know, maybe not. We'll talk after. We'll talk after this. I don't know if there'll
We'll let
be
you guys
anything,
know.
literally anything worth talking about because it's gonna be holiday. So I don't know if anything's gonna be going on next week. But if we do, maybe we'll do something silly. I don't know.
Yeah,
But yeah, man. Thank you guys for hanging out today. We appreciate y'all. As always, if you disagree with our opinions or you just want to talk more, join the Discord, man. It's where we have a lot of conversations. It's good to talk to people through there. For the people who can't make it out to the live episodes, if you disagree with our opinions, let us know, please. We're not always right. I actually like being wrong because then we have something more to talk about. So
that leads to great conversations.
it leads to great conversation. Thank you, man. He is right. I don't really have a lot left. Like I said, if you guys are going on holiday, hope you guys enjoy your 4th of July if we don't see you next week. Thank y'all for hanging out. Take care of your families. You love each other. You guys can find me everywhere. Twitch.tv/DariusTheArtist. And don't buy the $100 version of GTA6. DC.
Don't. Yo. Yes, we back in this thing. I just want to give a real quick shout out. The chat was doing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 today. You know what I'm saying? We had an active chat, had some good participants, great questions, guys. Great input. Love having you guys here. So I want to shout out my chat, man. We got the Ween Dog in the house. We know Big Weenie, the biggest mod out here with the biggest fucking sword, swinging shit, chopping off heads to anybody who come in here on that bullshit. We got our boy Rain, Dave. We got Moonlight, and anybody else I forgot. You know,
T-Man.
Let's see. Oh yeah, T-Man came through today. That's what's up. What up, T? Or hope everything well with you, man. I know you about to deploy down to the border. You know, so good luck with that. If you need anything, T-Man, if you still here, you need anything, bro, shoot that address. Once you get deployed, we could send some care packages down there to you, my brother. Yeah, man. The audience, man. It's fun when we have an interactive audience. It just makes things flow. It makes the episode go so fast. And yeah, man, that's all I want to do. And of course, man, 4th of July weekend, you guys stay safe. It's getting hot as shit out here. It's hotter than crystal meth balls here in Atlanta. Jesus Christ, bro.
Power bill's going up already.
Yeah, man. I told you I woke up this morning and walked outside. I was like, boy, it's hot like breath out here. It's just hot. Fucking hot as shit out. I'm sitting on my balcony just like sweating. But yeah, hey, take care of yourself, your loved ones, parents, anybody else you hold dear to you. Take care of yourself and have a really good 4th. If we do something, I'm with you, man. We just do something silly. We might just come in here, shoot the shit with y'all for a minute, man. Good 30, 45 minutes.
I'll say this. There will be a stream unless the family wants to do something. I'll at least stream next weekend. So.
Yeah, just play games, act silly or something. I really don't. I took off work, so I only work 2 days this week, and then I'm just gonna be loafing around. But I'm down. However you want to play it, bro. We call it by ear. Yeah. We can have fun with these guys, or we could just say, fuck it, take a break. But yeah, man, that's all I got, bro.
That's it. Thank you guys for hanging out for the audio version. Hang around if you're in chat. We're gonna play some video games today. See you. Peace.
Remember, go home and kiss the dome.